Bobby Goins, and I'm Tim Mason. Um, so we've got a good crowd out today. I'm gonna ask Marlon Blake if he would. Let's all stand and then say the prayer, and I'm gonna have Mr. Beatty to do the pledge.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all that you do for each and every one of us. Lord, you just ask that you be with us here as we conduct Bradley County business. Be with each and every family and person here and the families they represent. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Good to see Tom and all his crew from the road department. If we can, I want to approve the February 12th, 2025 minutes at this time.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented.
Second, all those approve, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're going to get into the agenda items, and I'm going to move letter F on the agenda. It's Maury Road. I think that's for a majority of folks. I like to move people to the front, so I know they probably got places to go and work and stuff, need to get back. If Josh will come forward, and we'll move letter F to it'll be A now.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Josh. I work for Tom. He's got me talking up here. This is the biggest crowd, so welcome, everybody. So Maury Road, I'm guessing all y'all are here for Maury Road, is that right? Okay. Well, we got a call on that. They were wanting it striped out there, and it's really too narrow to stripe to get 2 lanes out of it. And the lady I was talking to, is she here today? How's it going? Hey. We had talked about maybe closing down on Candy's Creek Ridge, and there's some complications with that. It would be tough to do because you need to have a turnaround. You can't just have a dead end right there. And with the hill going down, it's going to be hard to do a turnaround. So we'd have to figure something out there. But we're open to hearing what you guys have to say about that. If anybody wants to come up and speak, y'all feel free. Yeah, if you want to talk real quick. Well, it's exciting.
Jody, you can come on up and state your name and your address. And
Jody Grannon, 355 Maury Road, Cleveland, Tennessee. So we've had a few concerns throughout the years for various reasons. What prompted my phone call was a lady was passing my son in a truck, and she had no idea that she ran him off the road, and he hit a tree. Luckily, he was okay, just slight damage to the vehicle. And so I was like, we need to like stripe this road so people know what side of the road they need to be on, especially since it's so curvy. And so that's how it kind of got started. But I will say, when I called, the lady I spoke with, she said, I'm going to do 3 work orders for you. And then I received phone calls back. So I was very impressed with the promptness of everything. And I just appreciate you guys taking a look at this problem. I was called back saying, the road is too narrow to stripe. So then I thought, well, can we widen the road? And there's problems with that too. So we're just kind of here trying to find some solutions. We have quite a few people that live up there, but not like hundreds. I think there's might be 22 to 25 homes up there. And there's hundreds of cars that pass through that road as a cut through. Teenagers to Walker Valley. We've had around 5 people go off that steep hill since we've lived up there about 8 years. So I don't know what the solution is, but we would like to talk about how we can make that road safer for everyone.
thank you, Ms. Grannon, for coming. Anyone else want to speak?
Good morning. Sim Wilson, 221 Maury Road. I live on the corner of Frontage and Maury, so I'm at the other side. I just wanted to bring information. The information I wanted to bring is I've lived in my home. I've owned it for 20 years. I've lived there full-time for 16. Every accident that I've called 911 on, which has been, I had to go back in my memory banks, but it's been 4 over the last 16 years, have all come from the descending steep slope from the top of the ridge down to Frontage. I've had cars hit trees, we've had some flip over. And so I think my input to the county commission is I realize that widening that road is financially infeasible, really. You just can't do it. You know, there's no way to do it. It would be too expensive certainly for the county, and would be a challenge for the residents during the construction process. But I do know that you need to maintain an easement because you're going to have utility transfer and utility trucks coming from both sides. So I don't know that closing it is a solution, while it really doesn't benefit me or hurt me whether you did or didn't close it. I'm sure others might have a differing opinion of that, but for me personally, it wouldn't hurt. What I do think the county commission could do is I think you could control speed on that road. Right now, you don't have any speed control, and the signage that's actually on the road is just absolutely missing. When you're coming down the road, you could have lighted signage, something flashing that says, hey, this is a very curvy point, and you could also implement speed bumps, speed cushions, they've been called in other places. Similar to Cleveland State, you have some very nice speed bumps there that are going to slow traffic. And that's really what you need to do, in my opinion, to help the situation. I don't know that it'll ever be perfect, but I think if you could just focus on controlling speed and increasing signage, you'd be much farther along. So thank you for your time.
I can work on the side of the speed and stuff. I work at the sheriff's office with traffic and stuff. We can have some guys run radar and check that road out also. Tom, you want to?
I'm Tom Collins. I'm with the Bradley County Road Department, and I just want to comment on that road. It's a hazardous road, especially during snow. That usually is one of the first roads that we close. We put up barricades. The barricades usually last probably 2 cars. Second or third car that comes up there will move it. They want to go on down. And they wind up turned over off the bluff. One year, I think we had two off at one time. So I said that to say this. We can put up all the signs in the world. But if they're not going to obey a sign that says road closed, they're probably not going to obey all the speed limit signs, any sign you want to indicate that is a hazardous area. They're probably not going to pay attention to that either. I'll do whatever you want to do. If you want signs, we'll put up signs. If everybody wants to close the road, we'll close the road. We'll work out something. I don't like to sacrifice safety for convenience. I know it would inconvenience some people, but we don't sacrifice safety for convenience. And I think in this case, safety is a big issue. It really is. I've been looking at it several times lately. We've been trying to figure out a way to make a turnaround, that's for the public that don't know it's closed, But anyway, of course, we don't have the right of way. We would have to work out something like that. But when you close a road like that, it's not going to please everybody. I'm sure there's people on the west side that comes from Candy Creek. They want a shortcut over to somewhere. they're probably not gonna like it, but, I think you have to do what's best for the safety of the traveling public. And I was up there the other day, like I said, I've been up there several times lately, and I met a car, one day I was going up and it was coming down, and I had to pull over as close to the mountain as I could, and then we were close. Ideally, we would put up some guardrail, but there's nowhere to hang any guardrail there. Go from asphalt down to a bluff, so that's not feasible. So I don't know anything that we can do to make the road safer. We can put up signs and might make you feel safer, but it's really not. But I'm willing to listen to anything y'all want. Like I say, I'm not for or against closing this road. But if y'all want it, if y'all feel like it's safer, I'll go along with it. I'd like to have another meeting on it. I don't know if there's a lot or any here in opposition closing it, but I would like to hear from anybody that's opposing it. So I would like for this to go through one more road committee meeting and have it advertised a little bit to where those who would be opposed of it could come and state their case. But go ahead. Right. I know that. Yeah. 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 I don't. I've never did that before. I don't know. Well, we don't do speed bumps. The Federal Highway Administration advises against speed bumps on public roads. Yeah, they can be a hazard as much as they can be a help. So, I've never used them on a public road.
Sir, could you come to the mic so we've got a lot of people that follow too.
I am Richard Roberts. I live at 298 Mallory Road, and there's no parking signs up at Love's, but the big 18-wheelers will park there anyhow and face south on frontage. And when they leave, they come south on frontage, and their GPS, for whatever reason, they're trying to get to the interstate, but their GPS will take them over Mallory Road. And we've had trucks mess up right there because they can't turn around. So that's another thing to consider if y'all would take that into consideration.
They added the curvy road signs for me. And the no truck signs. And the farm signs have already been hit by passing vehicles. They're not down, but that's how small the road is. I guess that's my point. And another thing that happens is people dump tires and trash over that hill, and it's really hard for even the people to come pick up the trash when it gets dumped there. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm for closing the road, but and that even hurts my family as far as an inconvenience. But we are willing to sacrifice that inconvenience with getting across to Candies Creek to have a safer road.
My name is Dennis Cofer. I live on 360 Mallory Road. And completely independent of the discussion we're having here today, I want to commend from my viewpoint anyway, the job that the county commission, the county road department has done over the last few years as far as taking care of ice and snow and trees fall on our road quite a bit. And I'm amazed at the response that we've had, so I want to be clear that we feel, or at least I feel, we've had good service by the road department. They have a tough task when it snows and everything else, and I really respect the job that they've done. I really appreciate that. I just want to say that.
Anybody else want to speak one way or the other?
I'm Corbin Grannon, and I live at 355 Mallory Road. And really, the only thing I would say would be maybe the condition of the current road. Whenever you're coming up Mallory, there's drop-offs and everything else on the north side of Mallory, where whenever you drive, you like go down in a hole and come back up, and you try to scoot over a little bit so you ain't in the hole, but can't because you can't see around you, so there's other cars coming. So maybe the condition of the current road would be a easier solution. I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that.
Are you talking about the east side?
It'd be on the frontage side, yes, sir. The condition
Yeah,
of the
and I
current
agree.
road is kind of rough.
If we were going to close the west side, and I think we do need to improve the east side some. I mean, it's narrow too. Does a school bus cross mountain? They don't. That's a blessing.
Ma'am, come up to the mic, please. Thank you.
We have, it's very steep and curvy on both sides, whether you're coming from Candies Creek or frontage. But when you hit that midway, which is straight, we have basically a racetrack. I mean, you cannot walk. We have cattle, we have animals, we have children, small children up there. Not that they're out on the road, but if they do accidentally get close, there's just no one, they don't pay any attention. And I've often wondered if they're going to end up in our living room as fast as they're going. I mean, it's a racetrack.
We live right on the middle of the flat spot. And right in front of our house is where people are going the fastest. I've been there 25 years, used to. Gosh, you'd be 10 cars a day go down that road. But since they built Knocker and the school and all other stuff out there, there's hundreds of cars a day. And we live right in the middle of the straight, flat, and they're probably running 80 miles an hour down through there. Those kids hit that hill from one end to the other, and that straight, they're fine. And that's the worst part of the whole road. But I don't know what the solution is, but they need to be slowed down.
But we are for closing.
Yeah.
The end. There's just no reason for it to be so open and being so dangerous.
I'm John Garish. I live at 400 Maury Road, and I just wanted to say that I've only lived there 3 years, and I walk that road every day, just part of my routine. And I pick up all the trash that these people are throwing out as they're cutting through. And you say you work for the sheriff's department. You might want to know that probably 6 out of every cans or bottles I pick up are alcohol.
And they're throwing their trash out there. We have contractors that come out and dump if they have a small, like they've done a small sidewalk job or something like that. They dump it on Maui, right by Dennis and Pam's house. We've had another contractor, and I think you know this, that dumped a whole truckload of tree limbs and shavings and on the hill right there in front of your house. And like 55-gallon pails of something. I don't know what it was. But you guys had to come out and clean all that mess up. And
I may have known about it and forgot it, but
well, I'm right.
I'm sure it happened.
Yeah. I didn't think I dreamed it, but I could have. but anyway, and on top of that, you know, it's an environmental concern, and I've had to jump into the ditch several times from people that come around those corners way too fast. They're way off into the other lane, and they just always want to look at you and then look away like, oh, I didn't even see you. I'm sorry. You know, like they don't even know what they're doing. So I'm for closing it, and whatever solution you can come up with to make that happen, I mean, I feel it needs to be done.
I agree with all of you that have spoken up about it, about the safety and environmental issues, the speed and all that. You know, it's a road that it could be fixed if you had the money. But you're talking a lot of money to make that road safe, because you've got a mountain on one side, bluff on the other. So you're gonna have to add road, the width of the road somewhere. And to do that, you're gonna have to acquire right of way, a big construction project. You're gonna be going way back into that mountain. So it's, with our budget, it's not doable, okay? So I don't know where to go from here. Unless, like I said a while ago, if you wanted to maybe get the word out a little bit that we're considering closing it, and get your those that would be against it, hear them. I'll do whatever we need to do.
Hey, Tom, I'm thinking maybe Lori can send out a letter to all the neighbors that live on this street and come back. I know fall break is the first week of October, so a lot of people will be out of town. Maybe the second week of October. We have another meeting that Wednesday, the second week of October. We'll kind of look and see if everybody's going to be in town that week, and then that you can put your head around some stuff too, in case. I'm like you. I'm thinking dollar amounts. I don't know. That's I'm sure it's way up there.
Another thing that we would need to be looking at in the meantime is looking forward. If we were going to close it, we're going to need a turnaround up there, because you're going to have people coming up in there that doesn't know it's not a through road anymore. They're going to need a place to turn around. So what we might need to be doing is looking for the residents up there to see if they might, somebody who lives up there at the end of the houses, where they might donate a little land for us to build a turnaround. But what, that would be you? What's her name? Steve's brother. Yeah.
Okay.
So would you be an interested, person that might be willing to give a little right of way for it? Yeah. No, I mean, no, I would, yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
Mr. Burris, could you come to the mic? Because there's a lot of, sorry, there's a lot of folks.
Sorry about that.
Can't, that's okay.
Yeah, so I guess we've lived up there longer than anybody. We've lived there since 1992. So we got about, we got quite a bit of land up there, but we do own, and they are correct. When we first lived there, that was not an issue, but with Walker Valley and Walker and all that, it has become a cut through, and it just was never intended to be that for a road, and so the traffic is terrible. But I don't guess we're that much opposed to it. We just want to kind of know what it's going to look like, because I didn't know if they were going to cut it off at the top of the hill and then just give us the rest of the road down there, you know, what it would look like there at the bottom where the turnaround would be. Because so that's just something to consider. You know, and I did talk to someone about the issue, and they said that there would be, sometimes your insurance agents don't like the fact that there's not two ways in and out of the road, but I don't guess that's that big of a concern, but it's something to consider. But anyway, I guess what we're saying is we just kind of want to know what it's going to look like and how it's going to play out and where the turnaround spot's going to be. But I'm all for helping out any way I can. I own the property.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
They're asking about the pie shape that is between where Maury Road is, where it goes up and back down to Candies Creek up to the power line. They're wondering who owns that. I believe it's Wes Snyder. Young. Yeah, I think, yeah. And so he would probably have to have some input in it.
You can close them, it still belongs to the county. Still be considered a road, closed, or you can abandon them. Which, in that case, we would divvy up the land and give it, quitclaim it to the property owners who join it. So I don't know. You asked about the maintaining a road that's not open. I don't. I'm thinking of a road we did this on. We closed your district, Howard. Old Parksville. Is it Old Parksville Trail? You know, we closed it. We didn't abandon it, but we closed it. And whatever you close, we've learned this. Whatever you close, somebody can unclose it. So we may not be able to help your trash, your beer drinkers, all that, because whatever you put up, they can take down. We've learned that through the years. So I don't know about that, about maintaining a road that's not open. I think we would have to maintain the gates, you know. That's what we do out there on the parks. We do maintain the road, the gates. They pull it down, we put it back up. Gate, yeah. Well, you can do that. I mean, you can close it ever how you want to. Like I say, whatever you put up, they can move. They got winches.
Katie Derrick.
Yeah.
public around here would learn. But then you might have the GPS people that showed up as a shortcut. Yeah.
Make it. So she is for also closed, but I didn't.
I have a friend who
That's
What is her address? 488. We'll add that into the minutes. The letter. I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
I guess my question would be if you do dead end it and it had a turnaround spot, are you saying you would or would not maintain that to the turnaround spot? You know, let's say if you closed it down and the turnaround spot was at the end of Mowry Road where Candies Creek is, would you maintain it up until that turnaround spot or not? I guess I was, yeah, like if the tree fell.
Well,
So one concern I do have is if we do close it.
Can you state your name
Yeah,
and
sorry,
your address?
Robbie
Thank you.
Works, 757 Mowry.
Okay.
Sure, same driveway as Boas. The concern I do have, one of them, is our water meter is at the base of Mowry and Candy. So where that stop sign is, 5 foot up the hill there, is our water meter. So depending on where it's closed, I do have concerns with the utility company being able to access that to fix it. Close it at the top of the hill, and then we barricade at the bottom. How do they get into there to fix it? So that's just one thing that I do have a concern with, if that makes any sense.
tell you how we did, and I hate to keep bringing this road up, Old Parksville Trail. Tell you how we did there. We gave all interested parties, fire, ambulance service, property owners, keys to the gate. And I would suppose if we did this one, we would do it the same way. We would give all the emergency personnel keys, Cleveland Utilities, anybody that's a player in it, they would have access.
I'm going to ask at this time. I'm going to ask the commission if they've got questions or anything that they have on Mowry.
You're setting a follow-up meeting on October 8th. Is that what I'm saying? Is that
I think the 15th.
15th?
October
Okay.
Right.
October 15th.
October 15th, because that week of the 8th, that's fall break. A lot of people out of town.
October 15th.
Go ahead, Mr. Thompson.
Tom, if you close that road, you couldn't maintain it, could you? If you take it off the county road list, is that what you're talking about? If you close it?
No, unless we abandon it, we would leave it on the county road list.
Okay. Okay, why couldn't that not be like a gated community or something? Why couldn't that not work? If you don't want any traffic going up in there, why couldn't you make it a gated community? I mean, that's just a suggestion. Either way, it should.
The law says that you can't gate a public road.
Well, I say if it's up to the public to do that, though, if they want to do it, you know, but to maintain it, you're talking about the turnaround and everything there, once you close that road, and that's what I was wondering, if it would be legal to maintain that road.
well, if it's formally abandoned, I mean, it becomes the property of the adjoining property owners, and you could put a utility easement through there if that's a concern. But I mean, if we go that route, it'll have to go to the planning commission and then back to the county commission, and we'd have to quit claim that to the adjoining property owners.
Yeah.
That's up to this board and the county commission.
I've looked. I don't know that we brought the printout of the property owners, did we, Josh? I don't think there's but one other player other than Bo, and that is Wes Snyder, I believe. Can you think of another property owner? I think you too. Now, I don't know how Wes would be about it. Okay.
I about bought that land from him one.
Okay.
I about bought that land from him one time because he didn't, he just got it. I think he got it to enforce his privacy. You know, he didn't want anyone building. There was a small lot there that you could have built on. He didn't want anyone building. So, but we talked about that at one time. I think he would not oppose it. And he doesn't use that road too much either. So
Right.
I don't think.
Okay.
He does turn around though. Now that I think about it, when he gets his trash cans every once a week.
Okay. So with that said, if Wes was a willing player, it might be better just to abandon it and quit claim the property over to the property owners.
Okay.
They can probably hear me.
Are you talking about quit claiming the abandoned portion or the entire road?
The abandoned portion.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're saying the turnaround spot would be at the top of the hill or the bottom of the hill?
Top.
Okay, top. But-
Yeah.
Okay, now that would not be west then on that side. That'd be Marie. Wes owns the sliver down there at Candies Creek and Mowry Road, but Marie owns the portion across from my driveway. That would be Marie, and she's not here. Okay. But that's where it yeah, that's a power line. Exactly. Yeah. It drops, what do you think, 15 feet there? At least.
Who would? So no bus travels it, no garbage truck travels it, mail doesn't? I don't like traveling. I get the willies when I go down it. I don't mind going up it as bad as I do going down.
Yep.
Oh, really?
I have one additional question. If the residents all wanted to make it a private community and took ownership and you abandoned the entire road, would we have any ability to do that? And if we did that, it would cost something. We'd have to create some sort of an association or an operating agreement. And would we all be willing to do something like that? I mean, it certainly would improve, it may improve property values. It certainly would do everything that we want to do if you close it off on both sides. I'm just throwing that out.
I don't think so.
No, you don't want to get into the road maintenance business. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah. Well, if nobody has anything else, I'll turn it back over to Tim.
I'm already seeing, let's change that to Thursday, the 16th, that the banner could get that put out there big time for anybody that wants to come back in on that Thursday, October the 16th at 9 a.m. Tom, is that good with Shannon? Is that good with? October the 16th at 9 a.m. It's on a Thursday.
Crystal, you're the county attorney. Have we said anything here that's not kosher or legal?
No, the only thing I was gonna say, the concepts are very separate, and we do have processes for both closing roads and abandoning roads. They're very different things. Sometimes they go together, sometimes they don't. As you talked about, closing and abandoning, if you do that, it's on the property owners. You all have to agree. We have a process. You start it with Bentley's office. And if you abandon, you submit a survey. We do deeds, and basically you split the property between the adjoining property owners, and we give it back to you. So if the county abandons it, the county cannot maintain anything once that happens. So that's the part you need to think about, and that's when you request abandonment, you're basically saying, well, we're taking this back. And at that point, the road department would have, they wouldn't clean the ditches, they wouldn't go out there, they wouldn't remove trees, they would do absolutely nothing for that. So those are very different things. And with regard to gating or doing that, you can only have private roads for that service 6 lots in our subdivision regulations. I'm assuming, given how many people are out here, that would service more than 6 lots. And to say that's problematic is to put it lightly. You can do private roads, but everybody has to agree. You together have to get and decide who's going to maintain it, how it's going to be maintained, and also pay taxes on it. So when one property owner stops paying the taxes, it comes to my office for collection, and then it creates a lot of issues. So I don't even think it's a possibility, given the fact that it looks like there's more than 6 lots. But those solutions sometimes seem easy when you first do it, but 20 years down the road, and when people sell property, it's not usually a good idea. So those are my thoughts.
Sir, if you come up to the mic.
Okay, so just a thought. You're familiar with Burris Lane off of Maury? Is it Burris Lane?
I saw it on the GIS, but I'm not familiar with it. It's not one of our roads.
Oh, it's not? That's not a county?
It's not.
I thought it was. Named after Bob Burris.
I know, Bob, I knew your dad well.
But I thought it was a county road.
I thought it was.
No.
I was gonna
We
say-
checked on that.
Okay.
We looked at that as being the turnaround.
That's what I was just.
Ideally, that would be the thing.
Part of Burris Lane stops, and then there's a pig trail that some of the neighbors have put together and gravelled it that comes out on Maury Road. That connection part is not a county road, but I thought because they paved it and all the way to the dead end part of Burris Lane. There's a spot where it stops, but it comes out right there. Maury Road has a little spur that goes down the hill, and that's where it dead ends. But that part is not a county road. That's not even part of Maury.
We can dig a little deeper, but so far we haven't found anything that shows that Burris Lane is a county road.
It's not on the road list, right?
No.
It is?
Well, do you guys maintain that small little section right now? I mean, if it were to crumble or whatever, would the county come out?
Not if it's not on our road list.
But the first part, is that not part of Maury? Is that what it says?
We're looking at Maury Circle. That's the one that's not a county road.
Now,
Look for Burris Lane.
yeah, Burris Lane is off of Frontage Road. Yeah, Burris Lane is off of Frontage, but it dead ends, and being where it dead ended, then some of the neighbors made a connection road. Like you said, it's hard to undo, or people find ways to connect things. They connected that road to Maury Road, but it's not an official road. It's not, and so they just put gravel down, and people travel that, but not often. It's only the people that live down there that use that as a
Anything else from our county commissioners? Yes. October the 16th at 9 a.m. Anyone else have anything? Let me encourage y'all too. I do the litter grant for Bradley County also. If y'all have litter issues, Miss Grannon and a lot of them, Cletus, they've got my cell number. They can send me a text. We clean that road a lot, so we'll be more than happy to come over there and clean it. I take inmates out all the time. Well, I appreciate that too. If you're out there cleaning ditches, I appreciate that too. I do. And at this time, if y'all have to get back to work or whatever, y'all are free. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. I sure will. Thank you, Mr. Kofer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collins.
You're welcome.
I want to thank Krista Freiberg, County Attorney, and for being here too. She smart lady. Thanks to Lori for all she does too to keep up with everything. Josh, I think we have some folks trying to move anyone that's in the audience, and then we can take the rest of the meeting up. I think G, Josh, if you want to come back up, I think G, we might, if Washboard Road.
Okay, yeah, the Washboard Road, they're looking at changing the name on that road. Is that right, y'all? Okay, well, we're open to hearing anything if y'all want to come up and talk about your ideas.
Hey, it's there, we're gonna change that, Johnny and Tim's gonna change that road to Joe Ball Boulevard. Right now, I think it's Washboard Road right now. Changed it from Route 4 to City Street Road. Two little woody girls were standing out there on the side of the road, and they come by and said, "What's the name of this road?" And they said, "It's Washboard Road, because it's rough." So anyway, they're developing some of the land back there, and they change it. Joe Ball Boulevard. Joe, he owns acres. Built Shadow Lake, Mayor Bucks Pocket. What we do.
Ronnie, tell us your name and your address too, so we can have it for the minutes. Ronnie Ball. Ronnie's one of my constituents. A good man. Kim, did you want to add?
I live down. I don't live on Washboard, but Joe Ball. I don't know what Ronnie said, but Ronnie's uncle Ball kept his leg. Started Oakwood, helped start Oakwood. He done a lot of stuff down in and for the camp, but we just thought it'd be sound better and Washboard. I don't know. It didn't sound too good for roadman. But and I probably 30 years ago it was like. But we just thought it'd be a nice name to Ball. Because Joe did a whole lot for the whole area. A lot of property. With the lake down. Helped start Oakwood Utility. I guess like 64, something. I think he was on the loan. Started.
You might know something about
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Ball did a lot for our community out
that. He
there.
did a whole lot, and then he also
our
was a big
district.
employer down
Yes.
there. A lot of those kids, you know, I know Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You could name it Joe Ball Parkway and leave the road the same name.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I just think it ought to be something there for Joe. Been great if we'd done it.
Yeah.
Still, all the balls did something. You know, Ronnie's dad had that farm right there. Now, every one of them's hilarious.
How many houses on that road? How many houses?
Maybe, what, 6 or 7, maybe? I may be over. There's not a lot of people.
Okay.
Close to right.
Yep.
Yeah, and Johnny spoke with Terry last night. Terry was he was all for it. Got a lot. I think he's only Dalton left.
We don't really care what a road name is, as long as it's, you know, not nothing vulgar. But anyway, and when I first became over the road department, that stuck out in my mind. Why have we got a road named Washboard?
Yeah,
That's an insult to the road department. And it was at that time. It was a washboard, but it's not anymore. No, it's not a washboard anymore.
For this.
Right. But has anybody talked to all the residences, let them know what's going on?
I know there's a newer house down there on the left going toward Carter Road. I don't even know those people, and there's another home right there on the curve. And I know Terry's right there. He knows that.
Yeah. I was trying to think. Since I've been over the roads, I don't remember changing the name of a road. We changed the spelling on one time because the family said it was spelt wrong, and we changed the spelling. But I don't remember really ever changing the name. Do what?
Wilkerson Road, by any chance?
Wilkerson?
One road is on one side and one end of it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
And I had property listed on it, and anyhow, that turned into a nightmare.
Well, that's the first I'd heard about that one.
But it's like one letter different.
The one that sticks out to me was Palmer. We either had it spelt Palmer, Palmer, and it was supposed to be Parmer, but and I may have that backwards. But anyway, we switched it and made it right. Can you think of any more that we've? McCracken, misspelled, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Bentley Thomas if he can speak what this consists of. If there's, I think they said 6 or 7 property owners.
Crystal and I were just talking about it. I don't think I've ever went through this process of renaming a road. There's a possibility that it would have to be replatted and recorded, showing the new road name, but Crystal and I would need to look into it before I give y'all an answer on that.
Well, and I think at minimum, we would need to notify the property owners that
Yeah.
this would affect, because you're talking, they're gonna have to do a
then all the addresses are gonna change. Mm. It- We'll report back in October when we come back.
I noticed on Derrick Key Road, we have, an honorary name. I think it's, Heiberger. And, we have the green and white sign, I guess, given as an honorary name of Reginald Heiberger, I think is what it was. Would that be an option, or? Yeah. What about Ball Road? Just adding Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you getting water at?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Ronnie. Sir, come on up to the mic if you don't care, so we got people.
The the road goes straight through, and I think they called that, went down through the woods where you guys clean it up all the time. The only on 2 gravel roads, Bradley County. That's one of them. He donated that road to the city, and my wife just changed the name of that just not too long ago to the county. That's Carter Road. They call it Carter Road now. Yeah. And we own about half of that one, and about third, well, next to Ron's, across the street on Washburn Road. And that, so my wife, she's all for changing. Yeah. Yeah.
What's your name?
Ben Castile. Ben Castile. Well, like you guys come out and clean up the gravel road too. If you didn't do it, it'd be bad news. Yeah, that's
Thank you, sir.
Well, I don't know where to go from here. Do you, Tim?
Yeah. Oh, I do. I do. So that would be something too to send residents, and we'll let Kim, we'll let the county attorney and the planner take a look at everything and see. Yeah, That's okay. Never know till we ask. Commissioners, do you have anything else to add on this? We'll move ahead. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Castile, for coming. Absolutely.
I'm just curious about something, like
Yes, sir.
South Lee Highway, and that's the name of it, isn't it? South Lee Highway. Well, there's a section there named after that basketball player. Is that an honorary thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Josh, you want to continue? Let's just start at Bluegrass Circle there and just work our way on down. Thank y'all for coming.
All right, so there's one that's not on the agenda. I guess it'd be other business, but I talked to Dennis yesterday, and I think he's got a road he's interested in.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dennis. This Dennis Botts forgot. Thank you.
I got Jill Campbell's in the back here. I don't know if she wants to come up to the front, speak to this or not, but Mr. and Miss Campbell, Ed and Jill, is putting a farm on Lead Mine Valley on the market to sell. Well, when they bought it back in 2010, they bought a farm and it had a county road it went through it. Okay? And so it's got a name of Robert Green Road. It's on your county road list. Okay? So I'm not a developer. I'm a realtor. I do buy some personally and sell and things of that nature. So I've dealt with a little bit of this, and I know just enough to upset people when I'm talking to them because I feel strongly about what I believe is right and wrong for people of Bradley County. So when you're dealing with farmers, we're all the way across the United States, we're losing farms. The first thing that comes out of the public's mouth is oh no, another residential area, the farm's going away, can you not sell it to a farmer? Well, the farmer that's lived out there and managed that land for so long deserves the price that he's going to get for a farm, because all this stuff around, he can't take $8,000 or $10,000 for a piece of ground anymore, an acre, because the value that he's put into that, he can't farm it anymore. You know, for whatever reason, I've been around farmers and lived on farms and things, and to buy the material that it takes to farm and to operate the equipment to farm, it's just too expensive to farm. So when they get to the end of the road, like I'm getting close to, and they want to do something with farms and move away from the public so they can still be in the county or be out somewhere, and that's what I feel like Ed and Jill don't want to give up farming. They want to go somewhere else and farm, because Bradley County, they want to stay in Bradley County if they can, if they can find a farm to farm. But to say all of that, when you start marketing a piece of property, road frontage is everything, you know, so the way you break it up means a whole lot to a particular buyer. So when you start doing research on a piece of property and seeing what we can do with this Robert Green Road and how we can track out their land, they don't want to track it out, but they want to sell it for X number of dollars, and to be able to do that, you've got to do all the legwork and the work for them to see how close you can get to marketing that property to get the price that they want to try to satisfy your customer. So when you see County Road going down one side of it, you've got road frontage of Lead Mine Valley on the front of it, that looks to me like you can get a lot of smaller tracts, 5 acres, 10 acres, 15 acres out of 125 acres. It's close to College Dale and Oodlewall. I'm in the real estate business. We get so many calls every day for 5-acre tracts. You've got people living in this town that's lived here all their life. They can't afford to sell their land and buy other land to build on. There's just not anything out there. There's small lots that sell them for $100,000 and packing houses in there right now by local developers. And then you got regional, and you United States-wide developers coming in here and buying up property, and a real true developer is going out and buying these farms for 10 and 12 and 15, $20,000 an acre right outside the city, and turning around and getting, after they develop it, $240,000 for an acre. They've got the cost of development.
Hey, Dennis, can you talk in your mic? I think some of the folks can't hear.
They're still getting 4 lots to an acre most of the time. And for the farmer that's out there, they deserve to get money for their property. So when I start doing the legwork, this county road is on the county road list. And the budget supposedly is figured, I was told yesterday, just on 0.46 feet of it, or no, 0.04. That's like 200 feet of a county road that's been there since they bought the property in 2010. But you go back and you look at all these minutes, and it don't say anything about a county road just being 200 feet long. You don't have that in your minutes anywhere. That's the start of a conversation. I asked Josh. Josh said he might look back and try to find the minutes yesterday. But my biggest concern and biggest point is representing this family that's trying to sell their farm is if a potential buyer calls up the road department, or they do the research, they find what I found, and then they call up the road department, and just immediately, that's not a county road. Well, it's on the county road list. Well, we just claimed 200 feet of it. Well, you've not touched the first 200 feet of it. You've not done anything to it. Nobody's requested you to do anything to it. The owners put gravel on it. They've kept a bulldozer on it, graded it all the way up to the top of the ridge where it was laying when they bought the road, and they maintained it long enough to travel up to the top of the ridge. So they've looked at it all this time as a county road. Nobody's asking the county to go in and pave it, curb it, underground utilities on it, water on it. Nobody's asking that question. We just want and are concerned about the answers a potential buyer's going to get when they face this situation. So I guess October the 16th, we might come back and get some other type of answer other than if you go back in there and you track it off, and I build it to your standards of a county road, which is going to be expensive, starting in the back and coming all the way to the last 200 feet to lead mine, I'm told you're not even going to touch that last 200 feet, even though you claim it today in your budget. So, I don't know, it's just the way you answer people's questions and concern with potential buyers is what I'm concerned about, trying to get the Camels all the money that they can get for the farm. They don't want to break it up, but potential buyers, when they pay that kind of money for it, are going to have to break it up, unless it's some person from the other side of the United States comes in here and just wants to build a castle on it. Some of that is happening. Jill, do you want to say anything else?
My husband wants to continue to farm outside of all of the congestion that's taking place with traffic. So, he would like to relocate. And then we're trying to clear this up so that he can continue to explain about the lay of the land and continue his side of the deal properly. And that's it. My husband wants to continue to farm. He loves to farm. I love helping him, believe it or not, out in the heat. Ooh. That's it. Just clarification.
And to try to get and to explain to Jill and Ed Campbell, when you look at the road list, and I don't have the whole list, I just have part of it because of the alphabetical part of it. And you call out Robert Greene Road being .04 miles long, and it's a dead end. Well, that's equal 200 feet, and this is what your budget is built off of. Rochelle Circle is up on Upper River Road, 1.39.
Hey, Dennis, will you talk? Sorry.
1.39 feet on the Rochelle Circle. There's not 1.39 miles in that subdivision. But yet that's what's on this road list. And then you've got other stuff on this road list like Lead Mine Valley Road is .04. No, yeah. Lead Mine Valley Road's on here as being, let me see where Lead Mine was. I should have highlighted this before I come in here. I'll just go down here on some others. There's a lot of these roads like Truett Road. Lead Mine Valley. Robin Cove, Rochelle, Robert Lane, Riverview Drive. All of these are longer roads than what they say they are, and that Lead Mine Valley is not a dead end. They've got 1.25 miles of Georgia state line on here for Red Clay State Park. I don't know, it just looks to me like there's just a whole lot of confusion as far as what they're claiming is a county road and the length of a county road. I don't know why I don't know why the whole length of the county roads are not explained on here a little bit better, I guess, might be my question. If it's what the budget is figured off of. Has anybody got any questions for me?
So you're wanting us to add on length to that Robert Greene Road to the county road list?
Well, it's more than 200 feet. And to give an interest of local developers and local builders an option to buy 5-acre tracts or 3-acre tracts or things of that nature. If that county road ran back to the, if the county road ran back and just, you call it a dead end, and it dead ends at the top of their property on the back side of it. Well, if it was a county road, nobody's asking you to do anything else except recognize it as a county road. And if a developer or if somewhere down the road the Campbells say, hey, we're going to go ahead and put a road bed, the road bed's there, and we're going to pay for $700 a load for gravel to be dumped on it. Nobody's asking anybody to do that. But I'm just saying, where do we go from here to be able to develop that out for local people to buy affordable tracts of land to build their house on, where they can get out of the city and be part of Bradley County still. I mean, locally, you lived here all your life. You don't want to go into a D.R. Horton subdivision. You don't want to go into a Pratt subdivision. Some of that is good and has been good for our community, but those people, they don't buy anything local. But you have got builders that's having a hard time finding places to build on. And you've got residents of Bradley County that's been here for a long time that don't have a place to go buy and build on. So I'm not asking for any. If you tell me today that you're going to say, okay, we're going to open that road up for 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet, I'm not saying it's ever going to be. Somebody might come along and buy that farm and farm on it. I sort of doubt it because of the price and things of that nature. But it would be a whole lot easier and it would help the farmer make the amount of money they deserve, and it would give the community tracts of land to live on. I just don't want a dead answer to be there that's not really a county road, it's just 200 feet long, when a potential buyer comes in and tries to try to buy it. So I guess this might be a start of a conversation. What can we do, and what can we say other than just shutting me off right now and saying it's 200 feet long, you're going to have to deal with it, because they didn't buy it that way.
I'm gonna ask our county attorney, Krista Freiberg, if she'll speak on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you all have heard me say this before. This is not an unusual situation in Bradley County. The road list, if it says 200 feet, that is the portion of the road that's county road. The rest of it is not. Sure.
Where's that in the minutes?
As the road list comes from where we approve roads, we can certainly go back and research that.
If you could go back and tell me when that was changed, the length was changed in a commission meeting.
Let's let Ms. Freiberg finish. Thank you.
Anyway, you will see this repeatedly. What happens is plats were recorded before we had subdivision regs, and they would show roads. Although the roads never got built, they never got accepted. I assume that's probably the case here. So we have this all over the county. And so you will see this. You'll see situations where people come in. You cannot get building permits and you cannot subdivide without a road. So the options they have are, the county does not, and Tom can, I'm sure, back me up on this, the county does not build roads. We maintain roads. Once the roads are built, we take them in. So if the road was never built, we don't take it. We didn't take it. So we can certainly go back and look at it, but the road list is our reflection of what portion we have taken in, what portion the county has accepted and said is now public. So unfortunately, that is the answer people get. I've given that answer probably 50 times, but that's the process.
Thank you.
I know you had other people stand up here and say the same thing to you, but you can't. I've looked at the minutes. You can't. It flags anything. That road has never been. That land's never been offered to bust up as a subdivision. I understand your process on buying land and busting it up for a subdivision. I understand that, but I don't understand how. If you close a road, you said it a while ago in that meeting. You should have given it to. It was never closed. It was never given to the Campbells through this system right here that you're talking about. They bought it and the road was there. And it was never closed. In any minutes, I went back and researched it. Josh evidently probably looked at it yesterday, and he probably didn't see it in minutes either.
I didn't get a chance to look at it yesterday. Okay. But are you saying that you're thinking it used to be in at the road list half a mile or something like that, and they've dropped it down to .04?
Well, whatever the length and the depth of his farm is, it goes all the way up to the ridge back there.
Right. But that would just be a little driveway
That's a little
going
pig
up
trail,
to
just like the people was in here a while ago about washboard.
Yeah.
Well, when I lived off of Samples Chapel Road, it was a pig trail. It was one lane gravel road. Now look at Samples Chapel Road today. That's just where the community took that road. The community never took this road anywhere. It traveled and traveled until one day they just quit traveling it, and there it is. It's laying like that all over the county. I've got another situation out of Highway 60 in Georgetown, right there, going towards Georgetown, that somebody's trying to sell their property out there.
Hold on one second, Dennis. Let's hold that one. Let's let Superintendent Tom Collins talk on that just a minute, because we're going in a different direction.
I'll just stay down if you don't mind.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
The word in the minutes keeps coming up, and probably half the roads in our county, you're not going to find them in the minutes. Back in the 70s or 80s, there became a law governing road departments, superintendents, what you could do, what you couldn't do. the road list that you had to come up with, which had to have the length, the right of way and all that. So at some point, like I say, back in the 70s, 80s, when they passed that law, and I want to think it was 1988, but that may or may not be right. But the county had to come up with a road list, and I'm sure they did the best they could. They compiled this road list, like I say, with a name, a length, a width, the right-of-way, the type of surface, the road bed, the whole 9 yards about this road. So, and there were no minutes on each individual road back then. They did it as one, I guess one umbrella of composing this road list. So a lot of the roads you're not going to find over here in the minutes. But I know through the years they have went back and they found where some, I guess you'd say, fell through the cracks, and they went ahead and taken them in. But the county commission a few years ago made a resolution not to go back and take any more in like that. It got to be where certain people within the Bradley County were going out and finding these roads just like this, and they were bringing it to me and the county commission and everybody else, wanting it to be put on the road list. And I've always told people, as long as I'm over the road department, we're not going to be in the real estate business. And I know that hurts. But we went through this so many times with another individual who's gone on now, but he was in the real estate business, and his thing was to go out and find pig trails that weren't on the road list and get them put on the road list. Well, if we're going to get back into that business, I just bought a place off of Bates Pike called Hawk Lane. If we're going to get back into that business, I won't mind put back on there. I want it on the road list. Now, when they compiled this road, Robert Green Road, they put 200 feet on there for some reason. And I don't know what that reason was. Maybe there was a house there. This road went to that house. I don't know the reason. But I want to think that if it was 3/4 of a mile, that it would have been put on the road list as 0.75 miles. I don't know. But I'm just saying that you're not going to find this in the minutes. So we can kick this can down the road all you want to, but are we going to get into that business again of taking in a pig trail that may or may not have been maintained by the county? We have no way of knowing. In fact, the one I bought, a fellow who's a whole lot older than me, he says the county used to put gravel on it. So be it. And I was going to try to get that made into a county road, but I read my son, he lives one lot past me, and his deed says private road. Because that tells me that it's not a county road because his deed says private. But anyway, to make a long story short, if our road list says, what was it, 200 feet, whatever that amounts to in decimal. But anyway, if that's what it says, I don't know why you would want to change it and take in more of it.
Commissioners, y'all have anything?
Well, it is on the road list. It's on the county road list, and you're not maintaining it now, so it's no difference of it being 200 feet long or 1,000 feet long or 1,500 feet long. So if you put it back, that could be an answer. Just make it 1,500 feet long and don't maintain it. It's a county road.
Well, if you do that though, at some point, ever who you sell a lot to is gonna want it maintained.
I'm not gonna sell a lot, and when I go to, if somebody, and it sounds like you got something against realtors, okay?
Let's
But
keep,
I'm not gonna go there.
Mr. Botts, let's keep
Okay,
order in
but
the
I don't
meeting
Have any
too.
on my Christmas card list, if that's
But-
what you're asking.
Well, you didn't get one from me either. But it's a situation where it's no difference in making it 200 feet long or 1,500 feet long. Whoever buys the property is gonna have to, if they wanna put a subdivision in there, they're gonna have to go through the steps to put a subdivision in. At that point in time, that's an unmanned county road. It don't matter if it's 200 feet long or 1,000 feet long. You're not gonna do anything with the 200 feet if they put a subdivision in there. You're not gonna do any, you're not gonna improve your 200 feet. I was told that yesterday. So, by not, it don't matter if it's 200 feet long or 1,500 feet long. Just put it where it's supposed to be. 1,200 to 1,500 feet long. On the list, it's 12, and that's all it is. It's a county road. It's a gravel county road. You know, and it don't say that you know, a 5-acre tract back on a county graveled road is not gonna hurt anybody. It's gonna give somebody a place to live on 5 acres. I'm not looking to bust it up. I'm not looking to buy it and break it up. I'm looking for a potential buyer to come in here and give the Campbells what they deserve. That's what I'm looking.
Anything else?
Yeah, Dennis, I think to get the money for a subdivided lot, you're gonna have to build a road up there. And if you wanna get it took in as a county road, you gotta build it to the specs that the county roads are. So you'd have to put some money in there to be able to split those lots up. But you got anything else? Okay, all right. Well, yeah. So. Right. Okay.
But the potential buyer needs to be with an understanding of what he's gotta do, and you're going to shut the road down with 200 feet long when it's.
Right.
It's not fair to the Campbells that they bought a road that's longer than 200 feet.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next item. Is that good with you guys?
Okay.
Well, I don't think it was ever any longer than 200 foot on the road list, unless you got something that shows it was. Then we can't just add on there.
Tim,
Let's move on to the,
I just want to state that the Bradley County Road Department, we submit our road list every year to the county commission, and it's put into the minutes at that meeting every year.
okay. Let's move on to the next agenda item.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I guess we'll start back up at the top. At Minish Road with I guess they got traffic problems out there. I know they're building the other fire hall right beside there. And this is saying that somebody from the fire department was wanting to talk to the road department about maybe the congestion whenever all the parents are picking up their kids from school. I guess it backs up on Minish Road a little bit. You got something about that, Howard?
They've got a cutoff line there. They got the third lane right there at the school.
Yeah.
I don't think at this point that we know for sure if the city has taken that road in or not, or it's gonna take it in or not. That was brought up, with the new fire department built out there and everything, and from Powerline Road, they've taken that in at Powerline Road, where they're building that new subdivision, those townhouses. And so Joe Favors was up here, and we asked why he couldn't take the rest of the road in to Highway 64. And I asked Tom about that, and he said that would be all right, if they did that, if they wanted to do that. So that request was taken to Joe Favors. I don't think there's any decision been made on it yet, but I understand that we have asked them to take that road into the city down to 64 Highway. that not correct?
You're absolutely right. We formally made that request. That was the famous night that Mayor Brooks was here. I asked him how long would it take to get that request to the city council and back to us. And I guess we haven't heard an answer on that. So next time we meet with our city friends, we'll ask that.
But anyway, it's terrible that.
But we did formally request that. And I
Okay.
know that when we did the agreement with to move the fire hall over there, that they required, part of the agreement was that that's gonna be, the hall, the new hall is gonna be annexed into the city. Right, so that was part of it as well.
But one other question, one other thing now. We've got problems. The school's got the property. To get the traffic off the road. We got property at Taylor School, same things happened out there, but we traded for some property out there with, some other property there that we got from, Joe Stepp. And they've got room out there to also get the traffic off the road. Now, this is not, I think this is a school's problem. And they need to, like down there on Menace Road, they've got the property there to put another lane in there and get the traffic off the road. And same at Taylor School. Oak Grove is landlocked, they don't have nothing. But where they have the land to do that with, they need to do that, think about doing that, schools do, and not the road department. They need to figure out a way, of course, the road department could do what's connected to the county road, but to put another lane in, well, that should be left up to the schools.
All right. Anything else on that?
That's not a unique problem, just at, Parkview, is that the name of it, Parkview?
Parkview.
I mean, Taylor, Oak Grove, Hopewell, Prospect, Michigan Avenue, about all the county schools that are on a state or a county road have a stacking problem. There's not room on the school grounds to hold all the vehicles at letting out time, particularly. So I don't know what the answer is.
Answer is having revenue to do it. That's the answer.
I know I could shut down the road department as far as road maintenance and go build roads for the schools and stay busy.
But anyway, that request has been made to the city, to take that into the city limit, down to 64. And we haven't received the answer. I'd have to talk to the mayor on that. I hadn't heard him say anything about it. But anyway, it's on the agenda anyway.
We can ask for an update on that request, can we, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mind doing that, Lori? Thank you. Josh, you want to move on?
Okay, moving on to the next one, Bluegrass Circle. That's a little subdivision road. It's off of Blue Springs Road. And the houses are packed in there real tight. It's just a one lane that goes around a big circle. And speed limit's 25 in there. And if you're going 20 miles an hour in there, it does feel like you're going too fast. There's a lot of driveways and stuff, people pulling out. So I think Mr. Beatty had a request that maybe they lower that to 15 miles an hour. And several people, okay, yeah. And that's I think that's something we could do, but that would be up to you guys to vote on.
I'll make.
We haven't filled the form out. Wanted to see if they actually wanted to actually get it done.
Just do the vote.
I'll make a
October.
motion.
Okay.
Second.
Well, we gotta wait.
Oh,
put it on October the
Oh, okay.
16th.
Next time. Okay.
Okay. Hunt
Okay.
Road, I think's next, Josh.
Hunt?
Hunt Road.
Yeah, there's I guess someone's wanting a 4-way out there at the Hunt Road and Golf Drive. And I was talking about this with Tom. There used to be one out there, I think, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been both ways, and I can't see that one way is any better than the other.
Did someone just hit it maybe in a wreck or something and tear it down? Or?
I didn't hear of any wreck or anything that went with that. It's there's the one before it where Truett comes into it. It's what's that other? Yeah, New Street. There is a 4-way at New Street, but it's you know, it's you could have one there. You couldn't have one. You know what I mean? It could work either way. So I guess that would be up to a vote or up to Tom.
Josh, if it used to have one and now it doesn't, so the decision to have one has already been made, right? I mean, you just.
Well, I guess, yeah. And then
I mean, right,
they
Tom?
voted to take it down. And
Oh,
I guess,
did we vote to take it down?
I guess somebody voted to take it down.
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't. That's them. Oh, my bad.
That's
Okay.
all you.
Okay.
My fault.
Okay.
Next.
That's okay. Yep. Let's move on to
Okay.
the.
Cool. Mylan, you want a striping update?
If you don't mind.
Yeah. So this year we have got.
Because we're coming up towards the end of this ARP money. This was obviously the rehash. This was ARP money. I think it's 500,000. So by next year, if we
The
don't.
end of next year, right?
End of next year.
End of next year. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll have it all spent by then. But we've got 108,000 left in it.
108?
108. Yep. Striped 80 roads this year. 73 miles striped this year.
73 miles. And
More to come,
reflectors
too.
on all. I mean, that's part of it.
Yep.
73 miles. 100. What was the 108? What?
108,000 left.
Sorry. All right, so you got 108 left. Ballpark, super ballpark. How many miles will that get us?
Oh, let me tell you real quick.
I mean, if you don't, I mean,
At least, I mean, 100 miles.
I mean,
At
a
least another
ballpark
100
or whatever.
miles.
And I guess this is my other question. So obviously, this program or this pot of money is going to end.
Uh-huh.
Tom, I'll ask you. You don't have to answer today, but think about it. Do we want to continue this? Obviously, it'll come out of a different pot of money, but do you feel like this has been, well, that's probably not the way right answer. Should we continue funding this with different money in the future? When this is ended, obviously you didn't, there's probably more striping that needs to take place. I mean, this doesn't get everything, right?
Right.
So do we want to continue this? And you don't have to answer now, just think about it. Because when we get into budget in the spring, we'll start, need to think about how, if we want to continue this, how we're going to fund it. That's my question. Again, you don't have to answer now, but just be thinking about it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Got one. Sim Goodwin.
Yeah, Sim Goodwin. So I talked to Lori about this. There was somebody that was complaining. They were thinking that we raised the road up like a whole foot. They were saying we put a foot of asphalt on there and made it real steep and dangerous. But that wasn't the case. There's ditches running beside the road, and when they pave a road, they make it a little bit wider so that asphalt just rolls down in the ditch. So you got a ditch that's lined with a little bit of asphalt. He was thinking we put a whole foot of asphalt. But we didn't do that. That would bankrupt us if we paved a foot on every road. So Sim Goodwin, it's good to go. I think we put like 1.5 inches, 2 inches on that road.
Sim Goodwin's in my district, and the Borings that live out that way, they called me about 2 weeks ago, and I hadn't even, I know Tom and everybody at the road department, I've been busy too, but they wanted me to personally thank you. They said that's the best, and they've lived out there over 60 years, so those folks would know what they're talking about. They said it's the best paving job they've ever had on Sim Goodwin. So Tom, thank you and your staff for getting the road in my district Looks nice. Anyone else have anything else before we? I know this meeting's been long. I don't apologize because we do what we say as a committee, and I speak for all 14 county commissioners. We always listening to the people when they come to these meetings. So your voice matters, and we try to listen to everybody that we can. Thanks to Lori. Thanks Bentley. Thanks county attorney. Thanks road department, for everybody for coming. And
So let me, real quick, on October 16th, what are we going to be asked to decide on? Just so I can do the homework.
no.
Whether to close it or abandon it.
That's on the road at Lowry.
Yes.
So on that day, we'll vote yes or no on a closing.
Yes.
And there need to be a formal recommendation sent to the planning commission. I'll take it.
So
from there.
all we'll do is formally, well,
if,
I guess the procedure is the committee will send it to the full commission, and full commission will send it to planning.
if you abandon it, it goes to plan. Yeah.
So this is going to be a long process.
Yeah. I went out and talked to the property owners, to Bo, and we're going to talk this afternoon on the phone about the whole formalized process and what they need to go through.
That's the key, is that we all know the process.
Yeah.
I mean, our role, your role in the planning.
Yeah.
John's role, all this needs to be documented, so we're all on the same sheet of music, in my opinion.
But Crystal, if they just closed
But
it,
there- but
would that
what
be
are we doing
something
on
that
October
this
16th?
board would recommend to the county commission? Okay.
Crystal, I mean, Tom, what's the recommendation from the road? Do you abandon or do we close? All right. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get, what are we going to be asked to decide on October 16th?
Yeah. Yeah. I
What
need.
we don't want is on October 16th, like, well, I mean, let's keep talking. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, if they choose to abandon it, it's like a 2 to 3 month process.
yeah.
It-
But the sooner you
it's-
start, the sooner you end, right?
It's,
And then you say this, and then you say this will be like the first time we've ever done this?
No, we did it twice in the last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abandon and closure are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
See, that's what I'm still not sure what we're shooting for.
Sorry, there is nothing to repeat.
So all we're gonna do on October 16th is continue this conversation.
Probably hear from the negative side of it, most likely.
well, we have to have time to. I mean, it's all about time.
But didn't y'all say like every property owner's going to be notified?
Yeah, Lori's gonna send a
Yeah.
letter out to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll pay for it.
Okay. Communication from the audience.
Ms. Campbell just wanted a little bit more clarification. Is this, I think we got the answer, but she wants to know what the answer is. If it's, the county owns 200 feet, how wide is it that the county owed for the road to go back through there?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
It's a county road. How long and wide is the county road? It just says it's
200
.04. How wide is that?
I don't know.
Have you got a copy
Do you-
of the road list?
Okay.
Shannon's gonna look that up for you, I think.
We may have it before we leave.
But she don't need to come back for the next meeting. We don't need to come back. We got the answer that we need today.
Yes.
Nobody's
Yes.
gonna do any type of research on it or anything. We're just shut down today.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
If there's no other communication from the audience, I know it's been a long one. Thanks everybody for standing by. We're adjourned.